What up? How's everyone doing? Good morning, Norcel. Good morning, Alejandro. Peter, good morning. Mig11, good morning. Chad, Brian, General, CJ, good morning. Xpon, solid news. Yeah, I did see the news there. Looks like company announced partnership for KZ recreational vehicles to integrate advanced lithium-ion battery technology, enhancing off-grid capabilities. For I guess this is RV company, maybe RV's premium offerings, maybe, I don't know. Recreational vehicles, yeah, so recreational vehicles integrate lithium ion battery technology for off-grid capabilities. Yeah, pretty decent catalyst. Hopefully we hold up. It is a penny stock though. It is a penny stock, a little bit on the cheaper end, 36 cents a share, but maybe we can start climbing up. Time to get green. That's right. Morning, Fulton. Yeah, time to get green. Yesterday was a no trade day, and just kind of managing my long-term positions. Getting a little bit of a bounce here on the overall market. So, is this the bottom, and we curl back up from here, or is there another roll of the market? I think we'll find out probably by the end of the week. But yeah, so on this bounce day, we might see some more volatility in small caps. So we'll see. We haven't had any crazy move yet this morning. And small caps, a lot of small moves. Definitely some potential today. Definitely some potential today for sure. Let's go down the gap scan. Take a look at news catalysts. Take a look at the floats, and maybe find the best one to look at for the open. So leading gapper is showing GOEVW. So let's take a look. GOEV. If it has W on the end, it means it's a warrants. But I don't usually trade warrants because the volume is usually not that high. It's usually a fraction of the actual stock, which is just delete the W. GOEV, yeah, it's up 100. It says it's up 122% in the warrants. This is just not sure what's driving that, but no volume. So we can probably just delete that off the scan. So leading gapper is really LYT. So LYT looks like we had a nice after hours move. And then overnight, having a nice gap here from about $2 overnight to about $3 a share. So, pretty decent move. Do we have news? Looks like the float is... Looks like I gotta log in here. Hold up. LYT. Okay, so it looks like we have a 1 million share float here for LYT, which is good. Volume below average for sure. Volume below average. Yeah, down here, the past maybe 2 hours, hour and a half, I'd say average volume probably coming in around 15, 20,000 shares per 1 minute candle, which is definitely on the lower end. Maybe we'll get a nice volume spike at the open. As far as news goes, no news. So it looks like a no news catalyst. Nice. So great. Perfect. No news catalyst here on the leading gapper, up about 120%, 130%, something like that. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, this thing's a wild card, I guess. We don't know why it's up. Kind of bouncing off the lows here. But I don't doubt that we'll have some sort of price action scalps here on LYT. So I think this is going to be a massive front side move. Chances are probably pretty low, but I think we'd see some decent price action scalps at some point at the open, at least in the opening range. Next leading gapper here, TENX, up about 80% currently. Volume, actually, I like the volume a little bit better than the other one, LYT. This one, average volume, let's say recently, probably about 50,000, say on average. 50,000 shares per 1 minute candle, which is good, pretty decent, $5 stock. Let's look at the float, TENX. So TENX, 1.96 million shares, so another low float, which is good. Do we have news? 10x Therapeutics shares are trading higher. The company announced it oversubscribed $100 million private placement. So $100 million investment here. It's pretty good. I like it. Placement was led by new investor BVF Partners with participation from other new investors. Blah 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 blah. Anything else? Yeah. So it just shows which firms invested in the company. But I think it's pretty decent. I like TENX. We do have news. It's a low float. Got some better volume here, pre-market. So maybe this is the one to watch at the open. Looks like we broke over this sort of downtrending range here. Downtrending channel. Breaking to the upside. I think if we can break out over this area. Well, did we already? It's hard to tell. So it looks like we topped out at what, 561. So yeah, it looks like we did break out there. So we already broke out of this range. So if we can hold over this range, or this previous high, this previous pivot, I think we could see, we definitely have some room here on the daily. So from there, well, with this candle here, tops out at 560. Which we've already broke out. I think so. Right, we said 561. So if we can get back over this level, breaking out of pre-market highs, we definitely have room up to the next previous support, which now will act as resistance, which will be 830. So yeah, we definitely have some room, potential here on TENX as news. Obviously, nothing is guaranteed in the markets. We've been seeing a stretch of cold in the market the past week and a half. So, of course, at the open, this thing could just dump into oblivion. So we always have to be careful of that. Always got to manage our risk. And there's never a day where we should just throw out our risk management, even if the market is hot or is a great opportunity. We always have to follow our risk parameters, our risk management rules to ensure in the long term we will survive and be profitable. Does anyone know if Dash Trader is fully live yet? Do we know? Do we know if Dash Trader is live yet? Fully live, out of beta. Right now, I thought it was still in beta. I'm not sure. They said the first week of August it would be live. It is now August 6th. So let me know, guys, in the chat, if Dash Trader is fully working, I guess, with the live version. I am not using it. I haven't been using it in the beta version, and I will not use it in the beta version because it's even slower than just using the Thinkorswim orders. So Charles Schwab really has to get it together, man. Really has to get it together. We were having so many issues yesterday. We've had another day in the past couple months. There was another day that everyone was locked out of their trading system. So and like if they can't get this thing going with DAS, with Charles Schwab, if Charles Schwab can't get that going, man, like people are already angry. Of course, people are already angry, but they're gonna lose a lot of customers. So let's take a look here in the chats here. What site do I use for news? I just use Thinkorswim. So Thinkorswim Live News widget. I just have that here on my my second monitor, and I have it linked to my current chart that I look at. Because MGO trades, my account is restricted for 90 days. Are you sure? How is that possible? Is that Thinkorswim, TD, or Charles Schwab? I didn't think that if it says non-marginable, I thought that Charles Schwab didn't really care if you're over PDT. I thought that was only for people below PDT and cash accounts that had to follow the margin rules. At least that's what I heard from Charles Schwab support. What scanner do I use? I use the Thinkorswim scanner, free scanner. Everything I use is free. I use free news, free scanner, free broker. Of course, you got to pay your SEC exchange fees and etc. for the trades that you take. I use free trading journal, which the link in the description for Trade Journal is there. So everything I use is free. You don't really need to pay for anything to be profitable, which is great. Obviously, you can choose to pay for those things, which obviously sometimes you get your money's worth. You can definitely get a better scanner by paying for it, but I choose not to. You can definitely get a better news platform if you pay for it. You can, and of course, I pay for level 2, which you don't need to. A lot of people are profitable just using Thinkorswim, but I definitely like the Dash Trader. I do pay for that. But for the most part, you don't really need to pay for anything to be a profitable trader. Everything is for free. Everything is available for free, and you can do just fine. So yeah. Let's see. Zendu. Yeah, Zendu is a good scanner. Customer service. Dash Trader customer told me the public version is expected by the end of the week. Yeah, well, I hope so. They've been saying this stuff for a couple months now. What's my internet speed? Around I think it's around 500 download, and maybe I think it's only 25 upload. I really need to get that fiber, because with the fiber is definitely the way to go, because with trading you're actually uploading data into your broker, like all this level 2 data, tape data, chart data, like this is also upload speed. So upload speed is definitely important when it comes to trading. But I would say you don't need more than say 200 download, and maybe really to get by. Honestly, you can get by with 100 download and 20 upload or 10 upload. But if you really want to maximize your trading experience, definitely have less jitter, less disconnection, then you're definitely going to want at least I'd say a good is 30 download. 300 download and 100 upload, 200 upload. If you have fiber, it'll be 30 up, 300 up and 300 down. Which is definitely, fiber is definitely the way to go if you can get it. But as far as leading gapper today, I definitely like TNX the best. XPON still fading. I don't like it. Not looking good here into the open. Fading, lower volume. We do have that news catalyst, but the market doesn't seem to be reacting too well to it. So true, scanners, what make people great traders? Yeah, scanners are definitely important, for sure. The faster you can find that gapper, the better, because then you can get in earlier in the move. You don't want to miss something and be late to the party. Charts Watcher, I recommend free scanners, the same like Trade Ideas. Yeah, good. Ping is more important. Yeah, ping is very important. Ping, latency, jitter, all that is very important. If you can, try to use Ethernet instead of Wi-Fi if possible. But of course, that none of that is necessary. I've traded in public spaces, Starbucks and the airport and all that stuff. So, and you know, those places aren't known for like the best Wi-Fi. That's not like they, you know, you're not plugged in with Ethernet and fiber. It's just you're using Wi-Fi, and like maybe you're lucky to get 100 download and 20 upload. But certainly possible to get by with that. VBIV. Let's take a look at VBIV. VBIV, penny stock, real cheap. Don't like it too much. I'll be churning shares like crazy. My commissions will be, well, my fees, my exchange fees will be pretty high. So 10x, I'm liking 10x here. If we hold this up, it'd be nice. I think today we have a potential to have a green day. It's been a while since I felt like it's been a while since I had a decent green day, man. It's been like over. It's probably been like 2 weeks since I've had a decent green day. Yeah. So when I find it, where I find the fees is just I literally just open up my Charles Schwab app and it shows me my net profit after fees. If I need to eyeball how many fees I got, is I just compare my monitor kind of P&L here on the day minus the Charles Schwab app, whatever I have. That's what I usually use. I just kind of eyeball it, you know, do my rough math. But I don't really worry too much about fees. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter too much. If I'm using like not Charles Schwab, Lightspeed or something that has like actual commissions, then yeah, I'm looking at my fees really closely. But you know, usually, you know, with the free commission broker, the fees don't usually matter, because if you're trading more, you're probably making more, which will offset the fees anyways. So I don't really care too much about how much fees I incur. So we got about 7 minutes here to the open. How are you guys feeling today? Let's take a look here at Bitcoin. I have a little bit of an allocation in my retirement account for Bitcoin, very small percentage. I don't think Bitcoin's going anywhere, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see back to 70K for like maybe, like I wouldn't be surprised for another 2 years, 3 years. I mean, it's just, Bitcoin just goes through these crazy cycles of, you know, they call it the crypto winter, of just like from here, it looks like from 2022 to 2023 or 2024. So 2 years of zero growth from 70K or 60K to 60K was 2 years. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another 2 years of that. But, you know, good to have a little bit of an exposure to Bitcoin, I would say. Obviously not financial advice, but yeah, I'm not YOLOing any significant portion in Bitcoin for long-term growth. Focus, you know, for long-term, you know, retirement, you know, I'm looking for, you know, S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, Qs. Not really looking to take massive risk. If I want to take more risk, I just trade bigger size with day trading. I have a profitable strategy, you know, that you're probably better off doing that. You have a profitable strategy rather than taking bigger risk with your hard-earned money in a retirement account, something which can guarantee gains over the course of 30, 40 years. Yeah, so /Bitcoin, this is Bitcoin futures. With Thinkorswim, you can't just buy Bitcoin directly. You can only buy the futures in Charles Schwab, or you can buy an ETF, like a Bitcoin ETF, which indirectly buys Bitcoin. I hold ETF, like the Bitcoin ETF. I don't trade futures. So what I do is I just buy the Bitcoin ETF for my allocation for Bitcoin, which they just, they use this fund to buy Bitcoin directly, and they'll charge like, I think the expense ratio on this is 0.2 or something like that. It's not too big, but that's just the price of getting that convenience versus having to either open a Bitcoin wallet and buy it directly. I just don't really feel like doing that. I'd rather just buy the Bitcoin ETF and pay the 0.2% expense ratio, so I can have everything in one place. Yeah, you could buy it from Coinbase or something. Yeah, if you want to do that, it's definitely an option. I find it easier just to have everything in one place, though. Everyone's different. TENX still looking decent. Starts on levels. So of course we have a little bit of an inflection point here. If we break that, we'll have another inflection here. If we break that, we'll have another inflection here. So definitely a lot of levels here. I don't know if I need this here. We did have a high there. It's kind of like an inflection point because you have highs here, somewhat lows here, and then somewhat again highs here. We did break out slightly, but we couldn't hold above. So I'll keep this here. That could be a decent area for potential entry as well if you don't get in off the lows. And then looking for the high. So I'll either be at the open be looking for support around one of these areas, or looking for a potential break of these areas. But I don't want to be trading here, and this is kind of like in between the levels, because it's sort of kind of like no man's land, where it's kind of like 50-50, kind of 1-to-1 risk to reward, which is not really worth it. I usually like to trade either towards the low end or the high end at the opening range. So good luck, stay calm, cool, and collected. Hope you guys get green. Definitely seems like potential type of day, so hoping for the best. Just going to trade the best of my ability, like you guys should do every single day. Make sure you drop that like on the way out, and I'll catch you guys